Please, are you there?
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Good morning. I'm sorry, good evening.
Good evening. So I will be
Okay.
taking today's class and not Palumi.
Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Good
Good evening.
evening.
And it's obvious you guys are already getting so much value from this class, and I am actually excited because what Taiwo shared, like, and Samuel, it's obvious that everybody is actually following along. So before I start the class, I want to do a small intro about myself. So my name is Fumilayo. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So my name is Fumilayo and I'm a product manager. I've also worked in an edtech space and I'm currently a student of Cardinal Polytechnic studying chemical engineering. So it's more like I am studying and at the same time I still work. Of course, it is crazy. It is extremely crazy, but what will I do? We have to look for the money. Okay, just give me some few minutes, please. Let me share my screen. Sorry. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, yes, okay.
Yes, we can see.
Are you also seeing it with the whole Chrome or just there?
Yes, we
Yes.
can
You are
see
saying with
you.
the Chrome and whatever.
Okay, so I don't want it that way actually. Just give me some few minutes, please. Let me do this thing properly. So sorry. So while we wait for me to download the slide, I was thinking I would be able to share it without downloading it, but obviously I have to download it. So while we wait for that, this week we'll be talking about product discovery, user research, and problem identification. And I would like to ask if anybody have heard the word product discovery and what you understand by the word product discovery. Who will take the floor and answer the question? Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I said, what is the definition for product discovery?
So, sorry, in a layman language, let me put it that way. Product discovery, to me, I feel the word discovery comes first. When you discover a new product and you want to ensure that you deep dive into what the product entails before launching it to the people that have interest in it, or in in line of doing that, the product manager will also have to understand the problem, and also have the understand the problem and also have the solution. That way we can know what happened in the process of discovering the products before it gets to the point where you can now launch it to the open, to those that have interest in, or to the company that has the products or they are building the product for. That's my own opinion. Thank you.
Okay, that's still okay. There are no wrong or right answers to this thing. Okay, so before we get right into it, what we'll be covering for this week, and please, if you have a question, just speak up, because I would not be able to know if somebody's raising their hands or not. If you don't understand anything, just ask for permission and just speak. So the table of contents for today, what we'll be covering for this week, basically, it's product discovery framework, user research in a digital world, identifying and prioritizing problems. Then there will be hands-on activities to also help people to practice what we'll be doing today. So like I said, the first thing we're doing first is product discovery framework. So what exactly is product discovery? So here I said is the ongoing process of identifying and validating the right problems to solve, ensuring that a product meets user needs and aligns with business goal. Unlike a one-time research phase, like I think I was supposed to even highlight that, unlike a one-time research phase, a continuous discovery integrates user feedback into every stage of development to reduce risks and improve decision making. So one thing with product discovery is this: every software product we use today, they are continuously doing product discovery, because things are literally changing in the world. The way we adapt to things, new things are coming up, and the more new things are coming up, of course, we need to adapt to them. So the best way for a product to be relevant to us is they should continuously do this product discovery so that we can use their products. So before the likes of Bolt and Uber came in, we had just regular Molue, Taxi, Boss, and all of that. That was what we're using. And then all of a sudden, Bolt came. And now that Bolt even came, I don't know if you guys have seen this app adverts of, I don't know the name, but basically what they do is, once they carry a passenger, it is not one person that will be inside the car compared to both. You can actually they split this thing. They call it along, exactly, along. So you can carry one person and then another person will join as far as that person is going towards the direction you are going to. So you see, these people did product discovery because, of course, they will make research from we the users. And they discovered that, oh, people are complaining that Bolt's price fee is going up. Of course, we cannot testify that the money of Bolt and Uber right now, it is alarming, right? And people that did this research knew that, okay, people are actually complaining about the price, and that's why they went ahead to build that product. If Bolt can actually do something like a user research to just talk about a user research to understand why the drop-off is actually reduced. Now, people are not using it consistently. I'm sure people will tell them that, oh, it's the money, and currently Nigeria is hard. So, of course, both can do something innovative to like include such feature on their app. And once they do something like that in their app, I'm very sure that those along that did self, like both can literally come and collect their markets from them. So product discovery is something that just have to continue. You will not just do research and say, oh, as a product manager, I've done this one, then you will now stop. It does not work like that. You have to continuously make research. Even when you build a new feature today, you will still do another research to know, okay, what else did these users want again, aside from this one we just built. So Why does product discovery matters? I said digital landscape change rapidly, requiring constant adaptation. Exactly. And then it helps businesses avoid building features that users doesn't need or want. If you are continuously doing product discovery for your product, honestly, the best thing you'll be doing for yourself is you're saving time and energy for your brand. Because right now you are only building what users want. But if you don't make this research about what your users want, you just be building irrelevant products for them and they will not use it. It's only you and your team that will be using it, or the future will be looking at you. The next one is it's to drive innovation by continuously uncovering or meet needs and opportunities. Of course, you're doing this innovation, this discovery thing, you're searching. Opportunities is coming for you. Your business can actually make money from it. Because let's say you did this research now, and somebody just said, "Oh, this future, this is my frustration. I think if people can do this, it will help us. It will help us." So if you continuously do this product discovery, what will happen? There's opportunity for your business to also make money along the way. So what's an example for this? I like to drop example after everything I say so that you can have a relatable, you can relate to whatever I am saying. So I said a fintech company regularly interview customers to understand their financial struggle, leading to a development of a micro saving feature that helps users round up their purchases and save small amounts automatically. You see, this particular company now, if they did not interview the users, they would not know that they're supposed to have this micro saving feature on their app. They will not know. So it's very important as a product manager to continuously do product discovery, that's product research for your organization. It will actually go a long way. Just imagine this set of customers now and that they, of course, they are making purchase and all of that, right? They are all making the money, but they cannot even save what they are making. Of course, it can be frustrating because we know scenarios where we make money from a particular business and all of that, but because of we were not able to set aside a little amount of money, we would not save because expenses will just be coming left and right. We all know that expenses no they finish. So this organization now, this fintech company, they've literally helped their customers now to do what? To save, which is something they'll be very happy. They'll be very, very happy about. So the next topic is techniques to identify and validate users' problem through user-centric approach. Yeah, you've done this product discovery. We're talking about this product discovery, but how will you even identify their problem in the first place? And how will you even validate it? Because it's not all about, okay, you know this user problem. You have to validate their problems too. It also go a long way. So firstly, hold on, please. Okay. The first thing is, what is user problem? User problem. I said user problem refers to the challenges, inefficiency, or omit needs that users experience while trying to achieve a goal. Me, in layman term, I just like to call user problem like their frustrations. Like in one word, if you can ask me, I'll say it's their frustrations. So basically, these problems can be functional, which is confusing interface, emotional, which is frustration with a slow process, or social, which is lack of trust in service. So identifying this issue is very crucial for creating solutions that add real value. If you are not solving user problem in your products, honestly, nobody will use your products because all of these apps we are using today is because of they are solving one problem or the other for us. If they're not solving anything, we will not use it. Let me give you an instance. I don't know if anybody know Tracker, one money management app like that. Have anybody heard about it?
I've heard
Answers,
about
please.
it, but never use it.
Oh, okay.
I've heard about
So
it,
what?
but I didn't use it.
Oh, okay, okay. So what Tracker does is it will help you track and manage your finances, right? Of course, we want to manage our finances, but I don't know if it's Nigerians, I don't know. To me, the product idea was really awesome, but all of a sudden, I just noticed that the app is just there, is not functioning again, and all of that. So I had to go on Twitter to like read. Okay, when I downloaded this app, this thing is nice, but why are people not even using it? And then going through what I was seeing on Twitter, I realized that, yeah, in as much as people want to track their expenses, it's not everybody that wants to track it. Or some people is spend as you go. And I think the people they were targeting were more of the more or less spend as you go. God will provide another one. Those were their category. So it was not really like a problem, like a dying problem for them. So if your product is not solving an actual problem for your user, like what I mean actually like real problem, real struggles, it will not go a long way. Or even if you build a product that maybe solving like small level of problem for users, you want to ask a question. What's the sound for? Okay,
Precious. Sorry,
shall
Funlayo. And is
okay,
raised up. If you have a question,
okay, please just go ahead.
okay. You can go ahead, Funlayo.
Okay, who was I saying? Sef? So if uh, that
You're talking
notification
about
really comes,
problem. Sorry. You're talking
that's
about
fine.
finding product for small problem. That's why I stop
Okay, so
for
if
little.
okay. So if let's say for instance you even build your company build a product that's not really like a maybe an existing solution because somebody has created it, if you're able to communicate the value properly, then people will use it. But when your problem is not really solving a big problem and then you are not communicating the value, it's you and your team that will just use that product. Users will not use it with you. So yeah, I listed some examples of user problems, which is difficult navigation. If you notice some apps today, you don't even know which one is home, which one is dashboard, which one is maybe whatever thing you want to do. You'll be finding it difficult to like navigate around the app. That's examples of user problem. I don't know if you have experienced, has anybody experienced having to download an app and they had like a difficult navigation? Actually, like an interactive class, so it's not only me that will be talking. No, has
Yes, so
anybody experienced that?
yes, we fix it several times.
Which of the app? Which app was that?
Yes,
Olushola.
there is there is a app like it is more of an ebook learning app, ebook reading online app.
Oh, okay, okay. Michael, how
So
about
the
you?
first time I downloaded,
Okay,
so the
sorry.
first
It's
time I
still
downloaded it,
yeah.
I could not even get across to the right book I want to select for reading. Meanwhile, it is a speech to text app though, but I think they're still working on it as at that moment, so it wasn't functioning very well.
So did you drop off or you continued using it like that?
Since since then, I have not even gone back to download the app since then,
That
since I
is the
installed it.
thing. Like that is the thing with all the difficult navigations. And honestly, if for example you're a product manager in apps like that, there's something we call mixed panel. I'll actually explain that. So But there's something like Mix Panel. You can see how users use your app. Somebody like Olushola now, you can actually tell if he was just navigating. He didn't get to he didn't achieve the main thing that he's supposed to do on the app. So people like him now, you cannot send them like an email and tell them that, oh, you signed up on this app, he did not come back again or something. Did anything go wrong? If you send messages like that to Olushola, I'm sure Olushola will have responded. I'm like, oh, I don't understand this app. Oh. And from there, the product manager will understand that, oh, something is not right somewhere, and they can actually fix the problem. Michael, your hands are up.
Okay, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So, mine is not necessarily an app, it's a website for an NGO. They fight for violence against women. So, on visiting the website, it was disastrous. Like, I couldn't find the about us page, the contact us and all of that. So they used a very ash pink color and then a very light blue color for the text and the background. And so it was contrasting. It was very, very, very difficult to navigate.
Olushola said it was disastrous. That means it was really bad. Zainab, you can speak, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
I would say I actually dropped off on the GT app. I mean I don't know if the current update or the update I was using at that early last year. I had to drop off from using the GT app because when they updated the app, the application I wasn't understanding. I don't even, there was this sense of um this slow slow movement, like the load performance of the app was frustrating, and the interface was just, you know everything was not aligning. So I had to drop. Since then I've not been using GT because of the app. I drop off from using GT Bank because of that particular interface that the update they did around early last year. So I think I now understand why you need to concentrate on the kind of product, the interface of the product we are trying to build and all.
Yes, I agree. It's very, very important to concentrate on it. Like I used to tell people, say something about product management is, I think 50% of the work we do, all the ideas, let's say 70% is from the users. Because I should tell people that you see this thing called product, it's not you that will use it, it's not your team that will use it, it is users that will use it. So whatever you build, just push it to them first before you release it to the wild range. Release it to some certain portion of your users. Then whatever thing they said, just get feedback from it and then iterate on it. So I get your point, and I think I have a friend that actually complained that time about GT Bank app. Well, I don't know if they've worked on it now. Yeah, I don't use GT Bank. Joy. Okay, no, Taiwo first. She actually raised her hand first.
Me too. At first, okay, I have two apps. The first one is actually GT. I said I don't want to talk about a bank app that everybody is aware of, because people commented that they are using some application websites that many of us may never even be aware of. But there are some real applications that are really, really frustrating. Like my GT app. I don't even understand the kind of features they did to it since last year. In fact, if I want to use it, I'd rather use USSD. It's very, very frustrating. I wish I just know the person that just did these new features and just tell them that they should take it back to the last one that we were using before, because they told us to totally download the new app on Play Store entirely. That they should discontinue
Which
the previous app
annoying,
and go and download the new
annoying.
one. The one I'm not looking for where I will now pay for Go TV. I'm not going to one logo. But everything was just so it was just so cumbersome for me, you know. I like A, B, C. The thing is like A, Y, P, Z. The thing was just so it was not looking good. But the one I actually want to hit on is Snapchat. I don't know if many of us are used to Snapchat this period, because I realized that there's this Snap app that we used to have in 2013, 2014. But all of a sudden, was it like 2020 or 2021, the app just changed. I'm not like, wait, I don't even know if I have friends there again. It was just like as if I don't know anybody on the Snap. People that I know, oh, you're still here. I'm just seeing you. You're still in this Snap. You've been here. I don't have any notification that I have so friends. And if you send a message, you will see a blue icon that the person is active. If you message the person, you will not even know if the person has viewed it. But before, when you open your Snap and you post, immediately you will see many views. Now I will post, I will see 10 views. The next second, I will see 6 views. What's going on? Is this how Snap is now, that Abi, these people they went to go and mute like WhatsApp and Facebook, that people will not know that they are viewing you. So it's just so very it's very complicated to me. Those are applications that will cause frustration. Like you said, they frustrate me to a point, and I'm like, well, they are the one that know how they did their app, and that's just it. People that I've known like 4 5 years ago, if I post, I'll see them messaging, you are here. I can't believe you are still here. Oh. I don't know you are still here, and I want to mute them. I don't want them to see my post, but it's not possible because of the new features that they put in it. Thank you.
Okay. So let me even say something about this GT app thing. I think I actually followed up the trend last year. I don't know, but somebody came up on Twitter and said, which bank has the worst interface? Some people mentioned Fidelity. A lot of people mentioned GT Bank. Some said it was Access. The Access has too much icons and all of that. And then, this thing on Twitter, maybe when you mention a bank, or maybe anything like Piggyverse Bank or all these big companies like that in Nigeria, that if you mention their name, you will just see somebody will just like immediate response to say, oh, we're your DM, sorry, something to them. They just send you one automatic message like that. So people were actually calling out all of these banks. And then before I knew it, I think 1 month later, GT started rebranding their bank app. And I think that rebranding that they did, I don't know, maybe it's worst for them or it's good for them. The first time they finished downloading creating the app and releasing it, like on Twitter, most of the people using GT Bank were just complaining that what is happening, they're just receiving alerts that they did not have money for. Like, it was just crazy. So I'm very sure that it is the product manager now. Of course, when you do social listening as a product manager, when you see that everybody is calling out their bank app, what will happen? They want to also like improve it. Right? Because a lot of people actually come calling out product manager, the GT Bank app, and they had to like recreate it. But it's like this their recreation. This new creation they did, GT Bank users are not happy about it. But somebody here just commented I actually liked the interface. So one man's food is another man's poison. But the thing about this product management is majority carry the votes. If 80%, if they are to do user research now, and they gave an 80% say they don't like it, and then 20% is saying they like it, it's whatever those 80% say that they will just follow. So let's have Joy, the last person, so we'll go back.
Okay, so mine was okay. I was coming from the traditional banks. You just come, input how much you want to send it to people, and I just came and I saw a lot of icons. So I mean that took a lot of getting used to. But I could say that I'm used to it now. But on first glance, I just closed the app, and someone had to teach me how to make transfers and all of that. Then I think the second was REM money, but that was not user interface. That was a lot of um, issues with making transactions. For instance, they have like different tiers of accounts, so you can move from one account to another. But when you try to move from one account to another, it tells you you don't have money there.
and so you have a mini hypertension. I have 20,000 here. Where is it? So it shows you maybe zero account, and then when you go back refresh the app, you see 20,000, and I'm like, this one just wants to kill somebody. So I mean, those two apps really gave me issues.
You see, another way you can actually even do this thing, like your frustrations. I like to tell people that me, when I'm less busy, I actually do it. I run a product tear down for those products. But one thing you also need to understand as a product manager is if you're having a frustration, like you're having a frustration, you can be the only one having that frustration. And other people are not having that frustration. And also put yourself, and I want to run a user research on it based on this problem I'm having. And once I do that, it's, of course, the PM can probably see it and will not say anything, or the customer care people or people that work in the team could see it, but they will just keep quiet because one thing I know is, of course, I will tag them. So based on that research that I did now, it will turn out that I am the only one that is facing that problem and other users are not facing it. Of course, it's not so that it will not be like one eye or Ella, like it's not like one eye for me. I will now come back again to say, okay, so as a product manager, I realized that um some problems can be, I can just be the one facing it, but users and other users are not actually facing it. And this helped me to do this, like learn this, this. Do you understand? And that way, what's happening? I'm actually putting myself out there on the space. Do you get? So as a new PM, you should also try something like that so that you will not be hiding yourself. So all this frustration that is there, it's from you said that they can just get idea and do this research, then they'll now find out that other users are actually facing this thing. And from there, they can now make their products better. And you'll be feeling yourself that in as much, some people will give you accolades for it. Some products will not give you accolades, but you know inside yourself that it's the time I spoke about this thing that these people do this one. You get. So let's get back into it. So examples of user problems. I said slow load time. Somebody spoke about it that he downloaded an app and the loading time was very difficult for him. So slow load time, complex onboarding process. You know, some app, once you just even like sign up for it, the too much question, all the things that they've even said will have annoyed you. That it's only if maybe that thing is very important, you will just finish up. If it's not very important, you will just drop off from the app. Why? Because their onboarding process, if maybe it's complex or it's even too long or it's cumbersome that you don't even understand all the English that they are saying. So if you are building an app, please consider that. Stop packing unnecessary information inside your onboarding process. Some information you can actually ask them in the app, not on the onboarding process, because people can easily drop off. So hidden fees or costs, that's unexpected charges, will lead to abandoned checkout and lost trust. So what this one is just trying to say, let's say for example, you go to an e-commerce app and you want to buy a bag. The bag is 5,000 naira. And then you want to now pay. You're now seeing 10,000 naira. Will you pay? Of course, you don't want to pay. We're like, are you people thief? Why would you say 5,000? All of a sudden, you are increasing the money. And what will happen? You will drop off. And what will happen to that business? They are losing customers. Inefficient search functionality. So users struggle to find specific products or information. Maybe you are looking for size 8. And maybe from the social media platform, they told you that everything is available. Then you now went to their website, you're now looking for size 8. You do not see size 8. You use search button, you do not see anything there. Or some people will not even have search button. Then you just have to be scrolling. Like, who have time for that? You will just leave the product. Customer support delay. This one can be very annoying. But I think one app that I know that their customer support is actually trying, Piggyvest. Like if you reach out to them, they always respond on time. So customer support delay can also be frustrating. Unclear product information, limited payment option. This limited payment option. I can't remember what I was trying to pay for, but Glovo, exactly, Glovo. I ordered for food and then I wanted to pay to them. And I didn't like the fact that I could not make transfer. I would have to input my card details option. Some people might be okay with it, but it's not everybody that is okay with, oh, just input card details. Of course, we know there are varieties of things, so why won't you put it? So if there are limited payment option, it can also be frustrating, because to me, honestly, it was frustrating. What if my ATM card was not with me? What will I do? I will not buy the food again here. And what will happen? I will drop off. So they will use me as a customer. So I actually created paste this image here so you will actually understand this whole user problem properly. But of course, you cannot talk about user problem without understanding your customer journey map. So what's a customer journey map? It represents a customer's experience with a product or a service, highlighting the key interactions and potential pain points. So what your customer journey map will do for you is it will identify areas where customer may face challenges, allowing business to address and improve the overall experience. So this is Annie Smith, and this is her shopping experience. Of course, she would search for the products. The next thing she will do is to discover if whatever she wants is available, and then what happens, she will buy it. But before she do these three things, which is the three steps that must be taken in and this shopping platform, she will have to go through all of this process. So the ones with green indicate a positive experience, and the one with red is showing that it's a negative experience. So the first thing Annie did was find dress on the online store. What is she looking for? She's looking for a cheap item. She did not see it. So what's that? It's a negative experience for her. The size is not available. The size that she wants is not available. It's also a negative experience to her. And then she now filter her search by the size. The fact she was able to filter it, it's a positive experience for her, because on some app you might not even be able to filter at all. And if you cannot filter, what will happen? It's a negative experience. So she was even able to filter the search by her side. So she was happy about it. And then when she searched about it, she could just see very limited variations. Like her size was not plenty. What happened? She's not happy again about it. And then you see limited variation. Then the next thing is unhappy with the limited listing. She does not like the fact that the listing that they have is too small. Then she finds an item but need to talk to with the customer service. So the fact that, okay, based on the limited one, maybe she just saw something there that, okay, she can just manage. But now she has found this item. She now has to talk to customer service. After she spoke to the customer service, now customer service will not respond on time. Some people will have dropped off from this customer service. Is not everybody that will purchase, because somebody like me now, I find item, I send customer service message, they do not answer. I will just go. Now you have to wait for customer service to respond. Now customer service is not answering her on time. Maybe let's say they use 24 hours or more than 24 hours to answer her. Long wait time for storage funds. So what will happen? She's not happy about it. Then let's say after 24 hours, she finally hears from the customer. She's happy about it. Then she selects her dress and then she purchases the item. Like, your product is not supposed to have negative and positive experience. Like, it's supposed to just go smoothly like that. From the find a dress on the store, she's looking for a cheap item. She saw it. She saw her size. There's no limited variation. There's plenty variations. Maybe when she reached out to the customer service, they responded on time. Like, Annie's experience will be positive throughout. So the product manager, if there's one thing you want to do is have a customer journey map for your product. If you have a business, maybe you're an entrepreneur or something, you can also try this process out for your business. Figure out, do something like this for your brand, and then look into all those negative experience. What are the things that I can do so that my users will not have this negative experience and they can get it on time? So instead of looking for cheap item now, maybe what this organization, this shopping e-commerce platform can do is maybe they will do a range of maybe prices. Maybe there's one of 2,000, there's one of 5,000, there's one of 10,000. So if you're looking for a cheap thing, you know where you can go and get your cheap thing. So there is something for everybody, and everybody will be happy. And make majority of the size, maybe once you look into your Miss Panel analytics and all of that, understand okay your most target audience size and make it available. Like your products, people should not have negative experience. They should not have pain points. Any pain points your users are having, address it. Because if you are able to address any pain points your users are having, what will happen? They will stick to your products. And remember, the only degree of product management is what? Product usage. If people are not using your product as a product manager, I'm sorry, you have failed. You have failed because that's the only thing that maybe you want to apply for a job or something. You need to tell them your impact in that product. So you need to consider and look into all of this negative experience, that's pain point of your users, and address them. Let me give you an instance. Now, let's say you're selling dresses. Of course, maybe let's use like a very small entrepreneur, like the regular one we know that will advertise on Instagram and all of that. You can also do a customer journey map for yourself, because of course they will come to your page. The most important is make sure that the stuffs are available on your page. Now these customers have found what they want from your Instagram page. They order this thing, respond to them on time. Once you respond to them on time, provide your account details so that they will pay. Some entrepreneurs, even to drop account number safe is what you will send them countless message before they will now send you the account number to pay for that item. So make sure your account number is available for them to pay. And then the next thing, of course, you want to deliver it. Like, you need to be so heavy on your logistic. You know that, oh, you're not the one that is taking it. Then make sure that your logistic person is reliable. Some people even know that logistic rider is not reliable, but because of the fact that the person is cheap, they're using it like that. It does not work that way, because your customers can have that frustration of maybe you tell them, oh, you get this item in 2 days, and then it's taking 1 week for them to get the item, and then they're very comfortable with that, even when your customer is telling you, oh, I didn't like the fact that it took 7 days before I could get my item. Some people can keep quiet, some users can keep quiet, but they will not come back to you again to buy that thing. So look into your customer journey map and figure out any pain points that you know that your users can experience. Or you can even ask your users, what are the frustrations that you're having, and then work on it so that they will have a positive experience from the beginning to the end of your products. Okay, so before you solve a problem, you must first identify it. Exactly. Like I said, if you do all of this, you figure out, okay, you've done this customer journey map, you figure out the negative experience that they will have or you think they can have. Some people will not actually, if you cannot actually think through it, maybe you cannot think through the negative experience they will have, you can identify the problem by doing these steps. Firstly, user interview. So this user interview will help you gain insight into user frustrations, motivations, and pain points. I should tell people something. You see, users, product managers, if you don't talk to them, maybe 10% out of the people that is using your product will be the one that will talk. The remaining 90%, they will not talk. They will just be looking at you till the day that they will leave your product. See somebody now that just said she prefer using USSD to GT app. Another person said she's not even using the app again. She has to stop it. Like, it's not everybody that has that patience to talk. But just imagine as a product manager in GT Bank now that do a user interview with all these users. They would see if they start stating their frustration like this, even you that is the peer, you'll be like, is our problem plenty like this? So you need to learn how to do user interviews with your users so that you get insights to their frustrations. Then On user interview, maybe one-on-one meetup or maybe a call session and all of that. That's user interview. Then online survey is one where you send questionnaire and you collect structured feedback. Maybe you ask them particular questions and they will fill it and answer you. So usability testing, this is another way to observe user problem. So this one, you observe users interacting with a product to identify usability issue. Exactly. So somebody like I cannot remember her name, sorry, but when she said that she could not navigate the app or GT app, one thing these people do is sometimes they call random people, and I'm sure they did though. Somebody like GT brand like GT Bank, I'm sure they will do usability testing before they release it, because you call people, that's your customers, to use this product, and you watch them use the product. That way you'll be able to know if they can actually interact with the product. So let me give you this story. When I was working with this EdTech company, we built an interface, a product, like wanted to change our dashboard. And then of course, now I sent the wireframe to the designer. Designer has designed fine design. Even my CEO was amazed. Wow, this is awesome. Everybody was happy about the design and all of that. Oh yeah, me, I'm this kind of person that almost usability testing, we must do it. So I told the CEO that we need to get people to use this interface. And then these users, we gave them our products to interact with. And guess what? The main thing on our product was the study app, right? And these people don't even know where the study app is. Ha, hey, that's a big error. Like, and when we've seen it like it was the best thing we've done, but when we gave it to these users, they don't even know. They don't even know how to locate the study app from the dashboard. And then we realized that there's an error here. And we had to ask these users that, okay, we had to tell the user that, oh, this is where this thing is. Oh, the user now said, she does not know that that's where it is. But honestly, it is not because we told her. She will not be able to identify that that's where the future is. Of course, we need to like do more research, and we had to ask some of these users that, okay, so where do you think this thing should be? So based on their opinions and everything, we worked on it. It's not everything that users say you should do that you will do, but most of it you actually have to do it. So we worked on it as a team, and then we sent it back to them again, and then we even had to refine it. That's a work as a product manager, because user said this. Of course, the fact you got one idea from a user, you can also refine it. So we refined it, and they were happy with what we did. So usability testing is very, very important. Don't ever try that mistake. I know even if your CEO is pressuring you that, oh, there's no time, timeline, this is late, is that, please make sure you do usability testing with any product or future you are working on. If not, you people will just build products, and it's only you, your developer, your designer, and your CEO that will be using it. You people will just waste your time and your money because users will not use it. So it's very important to do usability testing. So heat maps and session recording. So you visualize user interaction to spot confusion points. So this is very similar to usability testing. Then customer support and review analysis. So another way to do this, you identify recurring user complaints from support tickets and review. So don't think that the product manager, you only work with developers and designers and CEO. No, you also work with customer support team, because you want to see what users are talking about. Me, the way I even like it there, I don't even want them to bring the support team. Like, I don't want the customer support team to be telling me, like, show me, let me see with my own eyes. Because I know maybe whenever they are telling, maybe they can rephrase one or two things, and I want to see what exactly is user's problem, so that I will go back to the team and we'll work on it. So another way to do this is social listening. That's another way to identify problems. Social listening. Monitor conversations about your brands and competitors online. So, when I said something on Twitter where if you tag maybe GT Bank now, you get an immediate response. That's social listening, because you actually, any small thing that, as far as they just mention your name, you will just like pick it up. Maybe if somebody's speaking, saying a complaint or all of that, you can easily identify it rather than the one that somebody will mention you on online and you will not even know what is happening. So social listening will actually help you with that. So competitors analysis, you identify gap by analyzing how competitors solve user problem. So all this talk. Let me just summarize them using this educational platform drop-off rate. So the problem now is students sign up for online courses but do not complete them. Why it matters? Why does it matter to us if they're signing up and they're not completing their courses? What is our business? Of course, it matters because what will happen? We have low engagement, and low engagement will lead to what? It will reduce subscription renewals. And if subscription renewals are reduced, what will happen? We, the business, will not have money. So it is very important we look into the reason why they are not subscribing. So let's say we already understand that there's a low engagement rate. We already understand that. We would now conduct a user research to understand why are they not even finishing up their courses. So based on the user research now, let's assume we did a user research. So based on the user research now, we'll now figure out that, oh, these people did not finish up the courses because one, they lack motivation. Secondly, the content is overwhelming. Then maybe the cost structure is poor. I'm sure if our cost structure is poor here, people will not come to this program, right? So now we figured out that, okay, based on our research, we're able to know why users are not they're not finishing up their courses. So possible solutions we got is introducing gamification, progress tracking, and a bit-sized lesson. So before we even give this solution, in as much as they've given us their frustrations, it's not like we'll go and build this solution immediately as product managers. So you will still do user research again and now ask them that, okay, based on this your problem now, if we do this, what do you think about it? Or you can ask your user, what do you think we can do to make it better for you? Some users will tell you what you think you can do, but some people don't, they will say they don't know. Because you see this thing called users, even users, they don't even know what they want. It's only when you push it to them, they'll now be like, oh, this is nice. Do you get? Sometimes they don't even know what they want. Some users will tell you what they want. Some people don't know what they want. So you see those ones that don't know what they want. Your job as a PM is to go and research and come up with innovative ideas. Or even just have a conversation with them. And as you have a conversation with them, they will not tell you the answer directly. They will not tell you the answer directly, but based on that conversation you're having with users, you can easily get the solution to their problem. So our next one is product market fit. Let me not show you this slide. Who's going to... Do you have a question? Okay. So the next one we'll be checking is product management and product market fit. What do you understand by product market fit? Please don't tell me it's a product that fits the market. Oh. I don't want that definition. So what do you understand by product market fit? Who is going first? Okay, Joy, you can go ahead.
Alright, so like you have said, right, when you do research in the market and maybe there's a need for a particular product in that product discovery phase, you don't just go ahead to build a product. You have to research to know that users actually need this product. So a product market fit is literally seeing if what you're envisioning for your product or as your product is an actual solution, is what people actually need and not just something you're thinking of from your head. That's what I understand by it.
Okay. He did actually hit the nail on the head, but he actually tried. So well done for that. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, I'll call name. Mary, you're the one looking at me like this. So I'm calling your name. Mary. So let me hear from Sharon first. Then Mary will answer. Sharon, you can go ahead.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
So as we earlier discussed that a product can only be successfully called a product when users actually use it. So I feel product market fit would occur when a product actually meets the needs and the expectations of its targeted audience of its target market. That people are actually using it, that customers adopt it and they keep on using it. I don't know
Okay.
if that.
Yeah. Mary, you're actually staring at me. Oh, that's why I called your name.
Hello.
Hi, Ogechi.
Okay. Product market fit, I think is something that signifies that you have built something that people not only want but also love and are willing to continue to use. That's what I understand as product market fit.
Yes, perfect. So perfect. Definition is awesome. Okay, so let's get right to it. Our time is fast spent. Oh. Um, so product market fit occurs when a product effectively meets the needs of a clearly defined customer segment, leading to strong demand. Whose mic is on? Please mute it. Please mute yourself. Leading to strong demand, high retention, and organic growth. So for every product you build, can you please mute yourself? Um, okay. So for every product you build, there will be time where you would have to make sure that you achieve market fit. If you don't achieve market fit, maybe when you guys are building the product, you set a timeline for yourself that if we are able to get 5,000 users, 10,000, I'm exaggerating, let's say 5,000 users, even 5,000, I'm still exaggerating, let's say 2,000, 3,000 users that are consistently using the product, then you can now you can now say, okay, our product has actually achieved market fit. Let's say if you guys are on maybe 500 or 1,000, of course, you know that your product has not achieved market fit because that was the timeline you set for yourself is, let's say 5,000, right? So you continue to work towards the product to when you are able to achieve market fit. And when I mean market fit, I'm not talking about the one that will just come and sign up and go. Like the ones that are continuously using your products. They need whatever services you are using, you are providing, and then they are staying like in a week they can visit your product maybe 5 to 6 times. So you've actually achieved product market fit. So what are the indicators of product market fit? Yeah, I said user consistently choose your product over competitors. Just I know Twitter is actually like by far past market fit, but let me give you an instance between Twitter and Thread. People, in as much as we all rush Thread, all of us went back to Twitter. So let's say they agreed that we're going to have, let's assume, let's say 5,000 consistent users using the product. Well, yeah, there are 5,000 people actually signed up on the app. But then when they now check the algorithm, then they just realize there's only 500 that maybe comes to use the app regularly. Will you say Trade has achieved market fit? Can somebody answer that? Would you say Trade has achieved market fit based on this example I said?
No. Well,
Okay, exactly. So you need to make sure that people will choose your product 1,001 times compared to your competitors. Then there will be high engagement and retention rates. high engagement. That means people are constantly using the product. And then retention rate is they are coming up. They're coming consistently to your product. It's not the one that they will use today, then the after next month before they will come. But they're coming in continuously. Then word of mouth referrals and organic growth. If your product, people are already telling people that, oh, use this product. Let me give you an instant again with Piggyvest. Piggyvest recently increased their interest rates, right? And me, I don't even know. Me that I'm using the app every day, I don't even know. I did not actually notice it from their dashboard, but it's from Twitter. When somebody said, Piggyvest will make me rich again in 2025 for interest rates, this, that. I'm like, so they've increased their this thing. What is that? Word of mouth. Did anybody pay the person to tweet that? No. But she just did it at random. And of course, somebody that is not using Piggyvest, when they see that, oh, Piggyvest interest rates for piggy bank has moved up, I think it's 18% or so. They see that it has increased. What will happen? They also want to go and sign up on the app because they want interest rate. They also want the money too. Do you get? So when people are already doing this whole word of mouth thing, that means your product have achieved market fit. So signs your product have not achieved product market fit. You'll be having low user retentions and high churn rates. Nobody is staying. People are dropping off. That's what it means. Weak word of mouth and referrals. Nobody's talking about your product. Struggling to convert users to pay users. That this one, maybe the product is subscription based. People will not be willing and ready to pay for your products. They will just be using it just like that. Then high customer acquisition cost. That means maybe you use ads to get these customers. And then, of course, you'll be able to get them. Maybe you're able to get 1,000 new users to sign up on your product. But they're not even staying with your product. That means that your product has not achieved market fit. Then low engagement metrics. Maybe they have the app on their phone and they're not even using it. I'm sure we have some apps like that on our phones. Me, if I notice that I download app and I'm not even using it consistently, I'll just uninstall it because I don't want that app to be dragging with my phone space. So I'll just uninstall it. So sales are stagnant or declining. So more like you are making 500,000 every month. And let's say that 500,000 is now decreasing back to 400, 300. That means you've not achieved market fit. Then market ignorance. Nobody's looking at your product. Nobody's even checking. Nobody wants to know what you're building. And you have to do more as a product manager. So what are the steps to achieve product market fit? The first thing you need to do is to identify a high value problem that users are willing to pay to solve a problem. See, this thing, it still boils down to conduct user research, like make user research your friend. Speak to your users consistently because the more you speak to users, the more you'll be able to know their problems. Some people build features in app today that honestly we cannot pay money for them. But they are building it. I don't know if they don't conduct user research, but one way to actually do this thing is just find out your user's problem and fine-tune it, refine it such that users will be willing. There's some app that they will give you so much value that if they say this 10,000 naira, you will pay for their subscription. Netflix, for example, is entertaining us. Some people, that subscription rate, because of the value they get, because of the relaxing value they get from watching a movie, they're always willing and ready to pay for it. To develop a minimum viable product to test assumption quickly. Don't stay and be building future for months and you will not give your users to test it, to know if it's something they even want in the first place. Let's even tell people something. It's not even by building itself. Just the fact that idea comes to your head. Just ask a group of users, is this something you will like? Is this something you want to see on our product? If you notice some features now, some apps now, what they do is they want to bring in new features. They will now put the interface of whatever maybe they want to bring in. I'm still using Piggyverse. Before they brought in, I cannot remember what they used, what they brought in, but before they brought that thing in, you will click on it. You will click on it, but it will not take you anywhere. It will just tell you that this feature is coming soon. The fact that you're clicking on that thing, they are counting it. So let's say there's a timeline that they say, oh, if we have 10,000 click on this button, we'll go ahead to build the product. Because of course, if you are clicking something, that means it's obvious you want it. If it's not something that you perceive as value, you will not even look at, you will not even click in the first place. Do you get? So you need to learn how to develop a minimum viable product to test assumption quickly. Piggyverse, before Piggyverse went this big like this, the only thing they were doing is just come and save your money. There was nothing like investment. There was nothing like target savings. It was only piggy bank that they were using. And the fact that they had that idea, they pushed it to the users. What do people think about it? Users were using it. They were getting their 1,000 users already using the product. And they realized that, okay, this our idea is nice, oh, but let's fine tune it, let's make it better. And they brought it in with the team. They worked on it again, they pushed it back to the users. So you need to learn how to develop a MVP to test your assumption quickly. Quickly, oh, MVP should not be taking 6 months. MVP should not be taking 2 months. And 2 months, let's say, okay, 2 months is fair, but 6 months, 8 months for MVP, that means you're building the product already. So we need to gather feedback and iterate based on real-world usage data. Yes, whatever they've said to you, then you would iterate on it. And then scale only after achieving a strong market pull. Yes, you can only scale, you can only go up, you can only do more things once you have achieved a strong market pull. If your users have not pulled you up from like your beginner level stage, then you need to continue to communicate your value to them till they do that to you. So, example, Slack originally targeted gamers or pivoted to serve workplace communication after discovering a strong demand for team collaboration tools. Yes, this Slack you are using today is game that they wanted to do, like game. But they now realize that this game that we want to do, users are not feeling it. They don't even like it. Okay, what is your problem exactly? And then, because of the question you're able to ask users, they now realize that most of these are users that they wanted to do this game for. Most of their problem was workplace communication. And then they now conducted a research again with other people. Are you also facing this problem? Then when they were able to now gather all of this insight and knew that, okay, this workplace difficulty, this lack of team collaboration too, is something users are facing more as a problem to them than game. Like they don't fancy this game thing. And then what? They pivoted into that whole idea. See Opay today. What is Opay doing now? Fintech. They're giving us money. What did they start with? I think they started with Ride or something. They were doing machine stuff, and all of a sudden now they've pivoted. So you can have a sweet idea, but if you check into the market and see that, oh, this idea, people are not blending to it, and then maybe you discover another new problem, it is very okay to pivot into it, because you will not pivot just like that. You'll make user research. So I said the examples of products that have reached market fit. We have Piggyverse, we have Carrywise, we have Paystack, we have Chowdeck, and there are more. There are more of it. So I have this product market fit pyramid, where from the user experience, it still boils down to what the target customer. So I think, yeah. So from the user experience, of course, your product should have a good user experience. The future should be what it's giving, like your future should give value to your users. And then the value proposition, learn how to communicate your value proposition to your users. If you're able to do these 3 things as a product, then it goes down to the market. That's product market fit now, because you are meeting up with users' needs and you are targeting what your right users. So question and answer. Me too, I will not be the only one doing the talking. You would also talk to make it very interactive, and you also learn along the way. So the first question is, what do you think is the most common reason products fail? Very important question. I think you used to ask this question to a very well interview. What do you think is the most common reason products fail? Who is going first? Okay, Oluwatobi Loba.
Okay, from everything you taught us this evening, I I believe that the common reason why products fail is because they do not make user how do I say it? User research their friend, like you said. You said every PM or product manager should know that the first thing you do before you solve a user pain point or a problem is that you have to first of all make sure you have enough research, find out what the user wants, how they think their product should be, how they want to navigate it, how the product should look like. So then from there you can now continue. Okay.
I can tell them like, go ahead.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, ma. I think the reason why products fail is when the customers are not getting maximum satisfaction. They are not getting what they want. For example, the person that made an illustration of GT Bank application, at a point she stopped using it because she could not navigate properly. So I think the reason why products fail is lack of maximum satisfaction or the need are not satisfied. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, that's true. And I like what other people are dropping in the comment section. Somebody said focusing on market aspects and not on quality. Yeah, exactly. Lack of feasibility study. Yes, I agree. Lack of user research, poor understanding of specific user needs. I agree to failing to identify all the user's real need. Exactly, exactly. Good, good, good. We are all on the same ride, and everybody's actually understanding it. Okay, Adeleke, you can go ahead, please. Adeleke, do you want to say something? If you are speaking, we cannot hear you. Lack of market surveys and research. Yes, when a product isn't serving the purpose it is built for. Yes, accurately. Adeleke is not saying anything. Failing to meet users' expectation. Adeleke, please speak. Unmute yourself and
Good
speak.
evening,
Good evening.
ma'am.
Good evening. I can hear
Yes,
you.
yes, give me also.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Speaking. Hello, ma'am.
We can hear you.
Okay. So lack of user research, I think
Yeah.
is most common is the reason why common products fail. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I
Then
agree.
focusing only on the marketing aspect and not the quality.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A lot of products actually do that.
And I think it's also failing to identify needs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, good. We are all following. We are all following, and I really like this. So the next question is, can you think of a product that continuously improved based on user feedback? Then how do you think they do it? Any product that you've used that they continuously improve based on user feedback? Who is taking this one?
Please come again, ma'am.
I said any product that can you think of a product that continuously improve based on user feedback, and how does it do that?
I'll say okay.
the WhatsApp. Oh, someone already typed it.
Okay.
We have so many voices right now, and I'm not hearing anybody. Okay, who is speaking? Adeleke is not saying anything. Let me mute her. Why is no? Okay. Okay, so who is speaking? Hello. Please, the question is not clear. Okay, let me paraphrase this. I said, can
Can I
you think of
speak?
a that? Okay, yes, yes, you can.
I said OP.
Okay, okay. How did they do that?
Okay. At some point when they first came on board, they want to disrupt the market as a fintech company, and then one of the things they realized was getting people to actually build up the trust with them as a fast, reliable um, payment system in terms of the transfer and every other thing. So that was what they actually um, went for on the long run, making sure that every of your transfer is very transparent and goes as fast as possible. So likewise, for every of the traditional banks, they make sure that their transaction goes smoothly as far as possible, and then even if the transfer did not go successfully, there is always a feedback within minutes. So
Oh,
that's
interesting.
my understanding.
Anybody else? Just
Can you
speak.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I will say Telegram. The way
Okay.
that they improve their product is, I think when they notice that their competitor, that is WhatsApp, when WhatsApp usually have this glitch of maybe status, for business owners and everything. So I think a lot of people were talking about if it would be good when if Telegram can improvise and bring this status features. So they implemented the status features, and when they noticed that WhatsApp cannot take a lot of people with group chat before WhatsApp invented the community part of it, Telegram increased their threshold that we have more than enough people that can join a group, that can be in a group like a community. So I think they work on people's feedback too.
Okay, okay, great. Though I'm not really a what Telegram person, but I understand what you're talking about. And when I saw that update, I was really happy they were able to come up with that. Great. Anybody else?
Um, Go ahead. Can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, I can hear you. Any facts?
Okay. Yes. So I mean the obvious one that you stated was Piggy Vest, but
Okay.
I I'm going to my example is Paystack. So when Paystack started, I think they were only supporting 3 countries, and I mean they later expanded support 7, and then they added new features like dedicated virtual accounts and um virtual terminals. I mean, based on like the requirements of people, they knew that people wanted features like that, and they added it, and it brought in more people, and then they expanded their like country base and all of that. So I mean, that's a good example for me.
Yeah, okay. Great. Mimi,
Okay, good evening, everybody.
good evening, Mimi.
Okay, I think the one that worked for me is Instagram and First Bank. I can say
Yeah.
for First Bank because I've used First Bank for the longest. And when I started using it, there were so many things that were not understandable. And along the line, they started doing this survey of asking customers. They even send you emails like you have to state your problem, difficulties that you are experiencing while using the app. So currently now, I think even someone that is not educated can use First Bank app. Just you just have to log in, and when you log in, you can be able to go through the process, the interface, and everything is just understandable. For me, First Bank does the job, and Instagram also does the job. WhatsApp was doing it too, but recently I think they don't really focus on users complain anymore on that WhatsApp part for now. But I think they focus on getting more information from their consumers, their users, to be able to get the information they need to work better.
Okay, okay. Adiz, that's great. Adiza said in the comment section, targeting wrong users, WhatsApp. Okay. Again, there's WhatsApp, okay. Okay. WhatsApp, they improve based on customer review. Okay, yes, because if you make calls, so they would even send you this what is it called? Is it NPS, Net Promoter Score? They want to get your feedback on how the call section went. So you have to pick if it's 1 star or 2 star. Google Play Store, they make use of their customer reviews. Okay. Airbnb, they do so by sending their guest surveys. I've not used Airbnb, Sha. Instagram introduced fields. Okay, awesome. So let's check the last question. Have you ever used a product and felt like it didn't solve your problem? Yes or no? That would be like the answer you give me. Then if you say yes or no, what do you think? If you say no, then what do you think was missing? Do you understand the question? Have you ever used a product and felt like it didn't solve your problem? What was missing? Uh, did you guys get my question? Please now talk to me. Don't keep quiet. Are you tired already?
Please come again with the question, ma'am.
Have you ever used a product and felt like it didn't solve your problem? If yes, what was missing? This is a question. This is the last one.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Have you ever
Hello?
used a product? I can hear you.
Okay, for me, yes. I think there's this app that I once downloaded. It's for what's it called? Taekwondo athletes. So the issue there is why I did not really enjoy the app is because I didn't even successfully sign in for I didn't finish the whole onboarding section because it was too long and it was asking for too much information.
Information.
So that's it.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I would like to put a scenario here because yes, that yes is my question, and I'll give an instance reason why I am choosing to do this course. Okay, so I work with a fintech. I will not mention name, but I am putting now that I cannot advise anyone closer to me to download our app because of how let me use the same word someone used at the beginning of this. Disastrous our app
Disastrous.
is. Exactly. Exactly. This is the something that pays me even up to this moment. But I can okay, let me now put it to you that I because of this thing I took a self-learning course on software testing that I'm still doing because I am lost. I feel like I don't know people monitoring this app because of our onboarding process is way too long. The reason why I have it is because that is where they pay us our data allowance monthly. So, for the onboarding process, it takes years for approval to do your KYC. In fact, it takes years for you to get onboarded. So I wonder, and it is a fintech company. So I wonder how people on people using it. I wonder how they are using it. They are able to cope with the way they use the app. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So
Yes, I get it.
I don't know who, I don't know. I said I took a course. I took a self-learning course on software testing that I don't know people testing this software before putting it out. I don't know managers. I'm telling you, this is where I work up to this moment. It is a fintech company. But I know that I cannot, okay, meet you on the way now. You tell me that, Zainab, okay, this place, I'll tell you, please don't open. I beg you. So that is how the reaction. So I'm and it is not a, it is a multinational company.
Uh,
We have them all. Yes, that is what I'm. Yes, and I don't know. I don't know how they like they just build it and throw it out so that people can use. We do review and we reject usernames. Like, okay, I work in the KYC department, and I can say in a day we have like 100 users, new users, and we have to approve their KYC, and we are declining up to like 80% of that 100%. Is the app doing normal? Is it doing better in the market?
at all, it's not.
So that is why I said our app. No, 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 no. So it's not to me. It's not. I don't know about people using it too, but it's not serving my purpose. Thank
Okay,
you.
so let me ask you a question. Are you the product manager or in for
I
that product?
I work as a KYC analyst, not a product
Oh,
manager. Yes,
okay, okay.
as a
But
KYC compliance analyst. So that's what I do.
okay, I get. But I'm very sure that with this knowledge you've actually gotten from this session, like the importance of user research, you can actually just say it or tip it to your product manager or something. Just it's not like you say it with all full seriousness or you say it casually because I actually understand what you're talking about. I've actually worked for a product that even me that is the product manager, I am lost. Like I can see that maybe 1,000 people will come to my dashboard every single day, but they're not signing up. And they are visiting the website, they are not signing up. So some of the things I did first was I went back to the drawing board. Like I was like, no, you people are not going to make me feel like I've wasted all my efforts in learning this product management. So I had to go back to the drawing board, read and understand exactly what these products are trying to do. Then based on what they were trying to do, then I had to check all our social media posts and everything. Are we communicating the value to these users in the proper way? Then I realized that our communication value was zero. Like we're doing A, we're communicating B. So when I realized that our communication value was not it, the first thing I did first was we had to re-edit all our social network first. And so that our users will understand what exactly we are doing because we're saying that we're doing this, and that's why those people were coming. But then they were not coming and they were not saying that, oh, that is not what we are doing. Of course, they were leaving. Do you understand? So after that, then I now had to conduct a user research with our present users because even the present users said some of them said we have to be calling them like or sending mail that oh you have used this product, you did not use it again, and then they started giving us their complaints, what they feel our product should do better and all of that, and we're able to put all of this in place and we're able to get some particular amount of users. This thing is not the way I say it's not simple as it is. Oh, we use like 4 months doing all of these things. It's not as simple as it is, but I'm sure if your product manager can actually go back to the drawing board, view the the value propositions and make sure people are communicating the rightful things, then you're talking about the KYC. That's like a pain point. Like maybe that's the only issue set for your product. If they can actually solve that one alone, then maybe your product will actually be better. Do you get? But if there are more issues to it, it's as simple as doing this whole customer journey map, and then you figure out their pain points, and based on that pain points, then you figure out how you can give them a positive experience while they use the product. Um, Anybody else that wants to share? One last person, and we one last person.
Yes. Sorry, good evening. So what I wanted to talk of, to go to your question is there is an app that I normally use. Yes, it solves the problem, and no, it doesn't. And the name of the app is Flow, FLO. I don't know if many of we ladies that are on the call are familiar with this app. So it's basically for ladies. So what this app does, It's laughing.
It's laughing at us.
So what this app does is it tracks pregnancy and also when you're on your menstrual cycle. It helps you to know when you're ovulating. It helps you to know a lot of things that have to do with the womanhood. Then again, if you have a problem, there is a flow automotive. There's an automative response that will say, "Can we ask you a question? How you are feeling?" When they finish asking you, you're already enjoying their questions. You're already giving them the responses you need. I remember one time in 2018 when I could literally talk to somebody live, like not on phone, like via chat. I can actually ask an Indian doctor or probably a US doctor a question, and it was opened then, but suddenly they just locked it and said if you want to have any kind of this, you just have to pay.
Paid versions, of course. You
You
have to
have to
pay. That
pay.
was so much
You have to
value.
pay. At least there should be stages of doctor. The ones that will say, okay, you can do this, and the ones that will say, if you want to speak to a specialist, then you have to pay for so and so. So one of the things I enjoyed is, yes, it answers your questions, it does its job, and no, when it gets to the point where it gets more interesting, you just have to pay. Like you pay for a year, of course. So that's the app that I actually flagged like that. Because it's really an interesting app that I've been using and it has really been nice using it. Thank you.
Okay, I recently just heard about it too, and because of this trend of one guy, I don't know if anybody else saw that post where somebody said that the babe said that I don't know if it's her boyfriend or her husband brought ginger tea for her, and then she now asked the guy that why did you bring this ginger tea? Then the guy now said the Flow app notified him that she's on a period or something, and then he brought the ginger. I'm like, that's how I actually knew about Flow. Me, I don't know about Flow. It's just this trend that is actually making me to like, okay, this app is interesting, and I honestly want to download it because of what people are saying. Let me even see what is in that Flow. So,
The app is really nice.
oh, okay. So back to what you're saying, where you said you have to pay and all of that. Of course, the fact that they know that that thing is giving you so much value. That's one thing with product. If they know that something is giving you so much value, then it will get to a time they'll put price to it. Because of course they cannot be giving you free product all the time. The first thing they will do is, of course, they will release it free for you so that they will know if they bring it for a paid version, if it's something you want to pay for. They want to know if it's okay. They want to know if it's very important to you. Do you understand? That's why they will give it to you for free. So once they know that this thing is very important, they will put money to it. Of course, they will put money to it. So see CapCut now, for instance. What happened? We're all using CapCut for like a year. We're enjoying CapCut. All of a sudden, CapCut said their version is on Pro. And what's happening? People are paying for it. Why are they paying for it? Because they have so much value. They're getting so much value from the product. So if you're a product manager, you don't want to be doing free future just like that. Of course, your company needs to make money too. So you give it to people for free, and then over time, you have to make them pay for it. See you now that you're talking about it now. You like it. So if you like it so much, you pay for it. Okay. So I think user research in digital world, this is what we'll do next. But honestly, my Tuesday classes, I actually want it to be very brief. Then maybe spend more time for Saturday classes, because I believe maybe most of us are working and all of that. So I would not want to the whole work stress and all of that. In as much as you want to learn, at least we need to be considerate too. So maybe my Saturday class, I can do the exact 1 hour, 30 minutes to exact 2 hours. That one is fine. But the maximum I want to be spending for Tuesday classes will be 1 hour, 30 minutes at most, so that everybody can go back to get things done and be ready for tomorrow. So we actually spend too much time today. Maybe by next week we'll not spend this much time in my Tuesday classes. So please, if you have any question, can you please ask? Any question, please ask. You're welcome. If you have any question, you can ask. If you need clarity, you can ask. If there's anything confusing you, you can ask.
So sorry, I have only one question, and it struck my heart the moment when the first person made comment on the problems that we users face while trying to use an application, or the challenges we face basically. Please pardon the dog barking. So my question is this: how can we that are the users, for example, upcoming PMs, or probably the PMs that are seeing the situation, because I believe that I'm not the only one seeing the problem. Other PMs in different organizations worldwide also must have experienced or seen these problems. How do people like PM come into this chapter of trying to eradicate a situation that is actually causing frustration on application? Like, because I don't know if it's a breach. I wouldn't say it's a breach of contract, or it's like, I wouldn't say it's a problem. Like, Twitter is a place that once you put hashtag, people that you don't even know from the end of the world, they will start coming there to be saying it's true. This happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. So it's not look like as if we are telling the person that created that product that he or she did a bad job. How can we solve that problem first before we think about the problems we will be solving on our product and the solutions we'll be finding on our product? That's my own question. Thank you.
Okay. So the thing is this: for products like that, you don't necessarily have to come out to insult brand and say, "Oh, you don't know how to do your work." It's not necessarily you have to do that. You can just even just tweet something, maybe on Twitter, for example, like, "Oh, my opinion to this. I think this brand, you can tag the brand, should do this, right?" And if you tag them, other people that you don't even know will now start commenting that, "Oh yes, I agree. Oh yes, I agree." Of course, if those teams see that message, it's not something they want to do immediately. That's why whenever you state a problem, it's not something that they will do immediately, because based on whatever you have said, it's an idea for them. They'll put it in their backlog and they will now conduct a user research. That's why maybe you complain about something for some apps. Maybe after like 2 months, you will see that they've actually done that thing. That your frustration now, they've actually solved it. Or maybe after 1 month, they've solved it. Why is that? Because they had to conduct user research. Because of people who said, because you posted it on Twitter and other people responded on your tweet, does not mean they will start building immediately. It does not work like that. They will first have to conduct user research. Do you get? But it's very important, if you have a problem with any app, drop your opinion there, like drop it on Twitter or something. Or maybe you can reach out to their customer support service. If they can make it better for you, it will be better for everybody. Do you understand, Abimbola? Then another thing is, as a product manager, um, you have to be okay. Like, okay, if for some products, now I want you to understand something. Is there every product you see out there that have a product manager? That's why some apps are frustrating you, because they can just have only a CEO, a designer, a developer, and you'll be building your app like that. Some some CEOs don't, they feel that they can do it by themselves. They don't want a product manager. Some CEOs are like that for some brand. And if you look at it very well, those products without product manager, it takes the grace of God for them to actually like go up, like strive in the market. Let me use Piggyvest as an example. Did you know how many products people Piggyvest have? They have product manager. They don't just like, they have up to 3 different product managers. There's senior, there's junior, there's middle. Like, because they understand the importance of product manager. And I'm sure Pelumi will have really break down like why product manager is very important for organizations. Some organizations don't have PMs. And watch them now. If you see their products, you will, even you, when you see it, you know that these ones, they don't have product manager in the organization. So that is it. Was I able to answer your question?
Yes, yes. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
you're welcome. Anybody else? Okay. If there are no questions, then I will assume we actually understand today's class. So we'll meet on Saturday, and I'll share this slide. I'll share it. You get it, maybe at most this night or tomorrow morning. Send it to community manager, and she'll send it to you all. Yeah, so aside that, I think we can draw the curtain here. Thank you so much for joining today's class. And please let me say this thing. I understand that this program is is not a paid class. I understand that. And what is the essence of this is to bring everybody together, learn these tech skills, because of course there are other track here. And I know that sometimes you feel very lazy to just like drop off. Please don't drop off. I know that you do not pay for it though, but please don't drop off because there are values here. Like there's so much values in this boot camp, and honestly it's for your own good, because if you're able to get this knowledge, you get more knowledge, before you know it, you would actually go up. When I was starting my tech journey, I didn't actually have anything like all these free classes. Like I was paying money for classes. Like I would save my money I'm supposed to use to buy clothes, I'll be using it to pay for classes. But right now there are so much free classes, like, so to speak. I used to join other boot camps too. It's not like I don't know this thing, but there's no knowledge wasted. So no matter how busy you are, I used to tell people you can actually create time for things. Watch your recordings if you are not listening. Because I know some people are on this class, like they're on this call now, they are not actually listening. It's just there for attendance. I understand. But please make sure you rewatch your recordings. It's very important. It actually go a long way for you. Now, if you can get the basics from here, some of you are already working safe. So you can actually put all of this knowledge to practice. And before you know it, the sky is your limit. So yeah, that's my own key takeaway. And we're gonna end the call. Thank you so much and good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Right.
Good night.